Objectives of accounting. As an information system, the basic objectives of accounting is to provide useful information. What is the basic objectives of accounting information? Is to provide useful information to the interested group of users. Interested group of users, those who are all very much interested to see accounting information, they are interested group of users, both external and internal. External and internal users of accounting information. The necessary information, particularly in case of external users, particularly external users. It provided in the form of financial statements. So as I told you already, whatever the accounting information it is, it should be like a financial statement, like trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. Collectively, it will be called as final account. So it provided in the form of financial statement, like profit and loss account and balance sheet. Very important, these two, because profit and loss account shows net profit of the business, and balance sheet shows the financial position of the company or organization. It is a statement, it is not an account. Balance sheet is a statement. So profit and loss account is the account. Besides this, the management is provided with additional information from time to time from the accounting records of business. So management is provided additional information also about the company form of organization and the financial strength and weaknesses, and at present what are the items they are going to involve in it. Maintenance of records of business transactions. How they are maintaining the business transactions and how they are recording the business transactions and what way they have to follow. So let's discuss about it. Accounting is used for the maintenance of a systematic record of all financial transactions in books of accounts. So you know what's the meaning of accounting? Art of recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, analyzing, reporting, and finally it is communicated that information, useful information to its users, isn't it? So that accounting is used for the maintenance of systematic record of all financial transactions, whatever the financial transaction it is. Systematically they have to prepare and they have to maintain records, isn't it? So in that records, all financial transactions should be recorded. So that is called books of accounts. Books of accounts. So in books of accounts, all the transactions, day-to-day transaction, monthly transaction, even capital and revenue oriented, each and every money oriented transaction will be recorded in books of accounts. Even the most brilliant executive, if you are taking a company, the CEO, chief executive officers or manager, they are all most brilliant executives. They and all cannot accurately remember the numerous amount of varied transactions. They are having a super brain. The CEO or managers, whoever it is, they cannot remember all the transactions, whether it is related to purchases, sales, receipts, payments, whatever it is. For that purpose only we are recording. So each and every transaction should be recorded in books of accounts. So even the super brain people also cannot remember all the transactions, because that many transactions will occur in the business, isn't it? It's in everyday. Finance is the lifeblood of the business. So whatever raw material we are purchasing and we are selling finished goods, in between so many processes happening in the business. So we need day-to-day working capitals and wages and etc. Tools we have to repair have to get, and stationery items, postage, telegram. So many things we will use money. So that all the transactions will be recorded. How to be recorded? Because we cannot remember everything. The numerous facts and figures, this and all, cannot remember by us, isn't it? So such as purchases, sales, receipts, payments, whatever it is, that all the transactions have to be recorded in books of accounts. That takes place in business every day. Each and every day transactions should be recorded. It is must. Hence, a proper and complete record of all business transactions kept regularly. So we should not register one day and next after 3 days we cannot record the transactions. So each and every day regularly we have to follow same method, same unanimous in nature. Not only our company, all other company in the world have to follow one accounting system, that is dual entry, isn't it? Double entry system. Who is the father of accounting? Can you remember? Luca Pacioli. Italian founder. He only given these accounting rules and regulations for us, and with the help of him, we got that real account, personal account, nominal account, this and that. And American Accounting Association also prescribed what is that, and we will discuss about later accounting standards in India, accounting standards international also. So in that they are prescribing, this is the rules and regulations which in every country have to follow like this kind of accounting system. Because we people, that users, external and internal users of accounting information, they will compare with inter-firm and intra-firm comparison also. For that it should be easier, isn't it? So hence a proper and complete record of all business transactions kept regularly. Regularly they have to record, and they should not record in between, they should not leave any gap. Moreover, the recorded information enables verifiability. Yes, of course, because external users, they will verifiability, especially tax authorities, commercial tax authorities, they will come and ask your records and accounts, books of accounts and everything. They will verify each and every transaction, whatever is appeared in the books, and they will ask the evidences for it. So you have to show immediately the evidences. By chance, if you couldn't prove that evidences, what they will think? This amount, fake records they have written. For this amount, they have written fake records. So immediately they will file some charges, isn't it? So records are very important, and verifiability and some concepts and conventions also we will study in next chapter, theory based accounting. So in that continuously, fairly for a long period, we will use one accounting system. So likewise, so many concepts are there, conservatism concepts, pessimistic concepts, prudence concepts. So many concepts we will discuss. So that time you will think about it, you will learn about verifiability, because accounting concepts have to be verifiable. When they are asking that reports, how to submit immediately, and that record should be should show the truthful and fair result, good and fair result, and access and evidence. It will be taken as evidence. Which is evidence? Books of account is evidence for the company. If you are taking tax authority, immediately they are coming right to the business point. You are running a business organization, you are having company form of organization. They are coming directly to your company. They are asking you to submit your all books of accounts, and you are showing all final accounts and details, purchase ledgers and everything. Then they are verified with the help of senior accountant. They are having some expert in accountant, expert in auditing. So they will check all the items. They will audit it. Then finally they will conclude this much amount they did in fraudulent activity, isn't it? So that this accounting documents is the greatest evidence for a company. Calculation of profit and loss. The owners of business are keen to have an idea about the net result of their business operations periodically. So periodically means annually. That the owners are very much interested to have an idea about their net result of their business. Net result we will find out with the help of profit and loss account. Profit and loss account shows the clear-cut balance about net profit or net loss. Net loss, isn't it? Whether the business has earned profit or incurred losses. So all accounting information seekers will see this profit and loss account to check it out whether this business got net profit or net loss. Thus, another objectives of an accounting is to ascertain the profit and or loss sustained by the business during an accounting period, which can be easily worked out with the help of record of income and expenses relating to the business by preparing profit and loss account for the period. Profit represents excess of revenue, which means excess of income over expenses. So another important objective is to ascertain profit and or loss incurred. With the help of profit and loss account, we will come to know all the details about the business. Business during an accounting period, each and every year they will prepare this profit and loss account. First of all, we have to prepare trading account, then profit and loss account, balance sheet. So this is the order, which can be easily worked out with the help of record of income and expenses relating to the business by preparing profit and loss account. In the debit side of profit and loss account, we will enter all the expenses, and credit side incomes. So this account entirely related to nominal account. Debit all the expenses and losses, credit all the incomes and gains. Finally, we will get net profit or net loss. So all the information, all the owners, especially owners of the business, they are very much interested to increase their profit range, because external users, they will see first ever before going to check the financial position of the business in balance sheet, they will refer this profit and loss account, whether this business got profit or not. whether this business continuously they are occurring in loss, or they are getting profit, or sometime in loss. They will check it out all this information with the help of communication systems, isn't it? For an example, here they have given, if total revenue of a given period is 6 lakh, total revenue means income is 6 lakh, and total expenses 5 lakh 40,000 only. So 6 lakh minus 5 lakh 40,000, 60,000 will be there. This 60,000 will be considered as net profit. Net profit. If, however, the total expenses exceed than the total revenue, which means expenses are more. Expenses are 6 lakh, and the income is 5 lakh 40,000 only. That is revenue. In this particular sense, in opposite figure it is 60,000 will be loss. They have given one example for net profit. For net loss I given here. For your better understanding, I am going to draw that profit and loss account. So it will be look like this. T form of account it is profit and loss account. It is a debit side and it is credit side. P and L account, profit and loss account. This is the format. Particulars, amount in rupees, particulars, amount in rupees. So this is the format. Debit side you will enter all the expenses, and credit side you will enter incomes. That will be in an indirect manner. Like office and administrative expenses will be recorded. Office and administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, and financial expenses, depreciation in nature. So all the expenses will be recorded. And income side, like interest received, rent received, commission received. So whatever the incomes we are receiving apart from the business activities, so that are all indirect incomes. So we will write over here. And gross profit will brought forward from trading account to profit and loss account. That will be applied in the credit side of profit and loss account. Finally, we will conclude both the side. And if credit side is excess than the debit side, that shows the credit balance of profit and loss account. It is net profit. Can you understand? Credit side excess than the debit side means net profit, isn't it? At the opposite sense, debit side expenses are more than the income. Expenses are more than the revenue. In this situation, net loss. Business suffer losses. So about it we will discuss about elaborately in volume 2, first chapter, financial accounting 1 and financial accounting 2 with adjustment. First one without adjustment, and the second chapter is with adjustment. We will discuss about it elaborately later. Depiction of financial position. What is where we can see financial position? Financial position in financial statement, that is balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement, it is not an account. So here we can see about financial position of the company, whether they are having assets to meet out all liabilities. What is their net profit brought forward from profit and loss account. So this financial statement, that balance sheet, shows clear-cut information about a company, about a business. Okay, let's discuss about it. Accounting also aims at ascertaining financial position of the business concerned in the form of its assets and liabilities at the end of every accounting period. Accounting also aims to ascertain financial position of the business concerned in the form of assets and liabilities, because in balance sheet we are having two sides. Left hand side is liability side, right hand side is asset side, and it will be prepared on date. That is 31st March, that date only we will prepare. And end of every accounting period, last day, that is 31st March of accounting period. A proper record of resource owned by business organization. It is a proper record of resources of a business organization. That shows assets are the resources, and liabilities we have to pay it out with the help of this resource. We are liable to pay, isn't it? And the claims against such resource, that liabilities. So what amount we receive, for example, liabilities are we spend, which means resources we spend 10 lakh, claims is 12 lakh, means 2 lakh is profit. After met out all liabilities, if we are having this 2 lakh, that is net profit. Facilitates the preparation of financial statement known the balance sheet positional statement. Balance sheet is a positional statement, very important question it is. One more question. Balance sheet is a positional statement. Preparation of statement known as balance sheet, that is positional statement. So now you know depiction of financial position, why we are preparing balance sheet. Balance sheet shows our accounting information very clearly, and it has two sides. One side is liability side, and right hand side is asset side. Asset side we will enter all the assets, whether it is current assets or fixed assets, fluctuate, whatever it is, tangible assets, intangible assets, fictitious assets, so mining assets, extracting assets, so everything will be recorded after deduct depreciation. And liability side, we will not enter only liability. Apart from liability, we will enter many things like net profit will be set up with a capital and net profit, and less net loss if it is net loss, and income tax will be deducted, interest on drawings, interest on interest on capital. So everything will cover under this category in liability side. Apart from that, present liability, fixed liability, so that will be recorded. So anyway, this balance sheet will show the clear-cut information, financial position of the company. So it is a positional statement, it is not an account finally. Thank you.